This episode may contain strong language and adult themes. Viewer and listener discretion is advised. Welcome to tonight's episode of 22 Dropouts, where I have just been informed by my good friend Samuel, again, 1 minute and 45 seconds into the show, that I've not actually started recording.
Not freaking muted this time, am I, you sheep shagger?
Sam, come on. You could have
There we go. Sam's now muted.
We left it for 10 minutes last time we forgot to record.
No, I'm just going to bring Sam in because, Sam, last week we did mute you, and only because, and I know you love being muted, and that's not just what your girlfriend does to you. I do know that you love it when we mute you, but last week it was a genuine reason because you joined us from your hot tub, didn't you?
I did, yeah. And
you were dead keen to say hello and show off your manly torso. But what I wanted, because we hadn't actually started the show, I wanted you, and we kept trying to say to you, just be quiet for a sec so we can introduce the show and bring you in. And of course, you couldn't hear us for whatever reason. So the only way to get you to shut up was to mute you. And then that was it. That was the end of your involvement last week, because then your phone died.
Yeah, well, basically, I couldn't hear you because of the jacuzzi bubbles. Because
the bubbles?
Jacuzzi. The bubbles, yeah. It wasn't just the wine. And, the battery was dying on my phone. So I said, cheerio, see you later, boys. I'm enjoying myself. Bye.
By which time we were just coming to you as you went like that on the screen. We were just handing over to you in Malta, and that was it. And we did spend 15 minutes calling you, which you'll see if you watch last week's show.
Even I called you.
Yeah, we all called you. Hello, Pete. How are you?
I'm good.
Now, seriously, how's the weekend been? Now that the beer garden's open.
Okay, so the beer garden this week has been absolutely manic, and I mean seriously crazy. But today everybody's got used to the beer gardens being open, and they're all gone back to work. So
isn't that funny? Because it was fucking freezing cold last Monday, and they all rushed out to go in the beer garden. And today's been beautiful, and they've all stayed at home.
Yeah, I served 7 customers today over the space of 8 hours.
I sympathise with you, mate. I really do.
So no.
They've all spent their money. They all spent their money Saturday, Sunday, didn't they?
Yes. Saturday was so Friday, Saturday, Sunday was a good day. Thursday was my best day. Thursday was just like unbelievable. I only had me and Jack on as well, and it was.
I can imagine Jack telling all your customers to fuck off.
No. Okay, not my son Jack.
Not your son Jack. Okay, yeah. Different Jack.
Yeah. So no, it's been a crazy week. I mean, like yesterday was like busy enough, but it's like it's not like serving people in the bar. There's no like banter or anything like that. It's like. They order, you go, you run back to the bar, which is like, I don't know, 50 meters away from the farthest table. And then you go and deliver the drinks and they go, oh, can I have half a lemonade to go with it? So you're going 50 meters back to get half a lemonade to come all the way back again. And I'm thinking to myself, seriously, you can fuck off. I mean, like, seriously. Like,
you need an app for orders. Say, for a thing, text your orders to this number and tell me your table number.
Yeah.
Hey, do you know what? What we should do is put Sam's mobile number on the posters in your pub. How fucking ace would that be?
Because he'll get shit reviews for the bad business. And for the abusive Scotsman on the other end.
Yeah, but the only is, right? The only is
fucking text to me.
The only thing is about that is that I can get to reply to them because I hate customers. Right? So any customers that come that want to give me a 1-star review, I'll just say, come on then. I said, yeah, you give me a 1-star review for your shandy.
Now, Now, change the subject back to rugby, because I know you've been rushed off your feet and there's a rugby ball over your right shoulder tonight. And it's just reminded me. Mate, we're all coming up to your pub, aren't we?
Oh, did he speak?
No, we haven't, but we're all fucking coming to your pub anyway, because you're going to get us into the Scarborough Tens, and we're all coming.
So when you sent me a message, have you spoke to him? I said no. So I wrote down this number, and then I called him, and he's not replied.
Anyway, we've sort of met Julian tonight already, just because he's been giggling at the. Hello.
Hello.
Has your child starved to death yet?
He hasn't. Little shit. Wouldn't want to. Daddy, I want pizza for dinner. Eats 2 slices. I'm still hungry and I don't want pizza now. Give me something else.
So what you want to do now,
so
as
punishment, I got to the verge of before I actually fed him.
So
no,
Jules,
he's fed and now he's been told to go and have a shower and get in some.
Yeah, but he's not. Well, if he's in the shower, he's watching porn because he's nicking all your fucking bandwidth.
Oh shit! Hang on. I'll fix that now.
Yeah, Pete says, "Tell your kids to get off the Wi-Fi." No, and while he's just changing the over from Wi-Fi,
I went on mobile because then I don't have to worry about those 2 little shitheads.
Yeah, but you still do this like a 1980s Max Headroom.
That's nothing to do with the Wi-Fi. That's just because I'm really fucking old.
And he works in IT.
And he works in IT, yeah. Now, tonight we've got a guest with us all the way from Moldovia. So we'd like you all to say hello to Eugeniu Procopio. Is that right?
God almighty, Mike, you suck.
I'll let Julian do it again.
Go on, Jules.
Procopio. It's really easy. Roll your fucking arse, boy.
I can't roll your arse at all. So, Eugeniu, how do you do, mate?
Oh, very good, very good. It's thanks for having me. It's really awesome to.
My only question for you, Eugeniu, right now is what country are you in right now?
Well, right now I'm in Moldova.
In Moldova, because I never know with you. You could be 1 minute you're in America, posted in America. 1 minute you're posted in Ukraine. Next minute you're in Russia. Next minute you're refereeing in Spain. I have never a clue where you are.
That's because he's better.
Enigma.
He gets more opportunities than you, mate.
Well, it's rugby brings me everywhere, so that's good.
Eugenie, what's the picture behind you? Because normally we're used to different pictures.
We are.
I think I don't know. I think it's wrong.
So, Eugenie, how many referees are in Moldova?
Well, in Moldova there are like 4 right now, but it's
4.
Yeah, but it's not.
So it's not hard getting to the top, then, is it, mate?
Hey, that's 3 more. That's 3 more than Malta.
To be honest, in his defence here now, there's only 4 in Moldova, but to get to as good as he's got in Rugby Europe with only 4 referees to push, it's pretty impressive, I've got to say.
Right, so let's have a quick look at some of the best things that Eugenio's done recently.
Are you going to show us a clip of Eugenie, because that clearly wasn't him?
No, it wasn't. That was clearly a 12-year-old with a stick-on beard.
Boy. Yeah, that was a 12-year-old boy with a pre-lockdown haircut.
Yeah.
Mate, just how young were you on some of those photos, and how young are you now?
Looking years ago.
Well, in some of those pictures, I'm 16, as young as 16, and then...
And you're 16 and a half now?
Yeah, almost. 8. Add another tenner. I'm 27 right now.
You're 27?
Old enough to drink in America. That's what we need to know.
Yep.
Now, there is one thing. If you have a look at this right now, Eugenio, that green shirt that you're wearing with the RFU Referee Society referees logo on, that shirt is older than you are.
Really?
Yeah. So where the fuck did you get that from?
It's a funny story. Did a sevens tournament in Krakow in Poland. I started to referee in general when I was around 12. And then
Is that because you were shit as a player?
Oh,
Great news, because guess what? I was a bit as well. And if Chris joins us tonight, you'll find out that he was too. So, yeah, that's fine. I think the guys who take to refereeing really well, wanted to be really good players, couldn't be, like me, like Sam, like Pete. Pete still thinks he is, and like Jules. So, yeah, go on, carry on with your story.
It's either that or he's bullied at school. One of the two.
Oh, no. There's three. Shit player, bullied at school, autistic.
He's muted himself.
No, I'm back. I've just had an incoming video call from somebody called John Goldstraw, and I've got no idea who the fuck he is. So, listen, mate, there's only a couple of reasons why you become a referee that early. Either you're bullied at school, as Jules says, or you were just a shit player like the rest of us. So, which was it?
it was I wasn't good as a player or shit as a player. And then the other thing is that my dad is a rugby coach, and his teams were like the youngest guys were 3 or 4 years older than me, and his parent instinct wouldn't allow him to put me to play with them. So he gave me the whistle when I was 12.
So I know what's happening here. I know what's happening here. Your dad was liked by all the players he coached, and he didn't want to be disliked by them. So what he did is he gave you a whistle, knowing that he could say, listen, boys, I understand he got it wrong, and he could lay all the blame on you.
No.
No.
Right, okay. Vicar Dibley wise, right? The reason why he took up refereeing because his coach was such a shit coach. He said, I don't really want you to go down the route that I'm doing. If you go refereeing, you can coach all my shit players to make you look better. There you go. That's why you're a coach.
That's what happened with Nigel Owens, and look where he got to.
So to be fair, Eugenio, there's hope for you yet?
Yeah, out of 4, you're just the number 1.
Well, imagine now, all you've got to do is become Welsh, because we've had plenty of English players, English referees become Scottish. We've had some Welsh ones become Irish, and we've had some English ones become Welsh, in order to improve their chances as a referee. So all you've got to do now, mate, is just become Welsh.
Where do I sign up for that?
Where do you sign up? What you have to do, Jules, just show him your initiation shelf, will you?
Oh, yeah.
Julian has
You've never been on
Welsh
tour with Ronnie, one of our other educators, but every time I go on tour with Ronnie, I get a new sheet.
So you have to do it.
Look after them last time I was on tour with them.
Mate,
they all go on my shelf now.
I've seen Welsh shepherdesses, if that's easy to say, and they're nowhere near as pretty as that.
No, that was given to me in Germany, I think. That one.
Well, there you go. And on that bombshell, we're going to take a quick break, but we'll be back with you right after this. When you need clear and concise match official communication systems, look no further than the brand new AxiWe AT350.
Radios are always useful, they always help us, especially AxiWes, where all 3 of us can be open at any time and we can have open communication.
Available now from refcomsglobal.net. Investing profits into match official development worldwide.
Again.
We've had to do it again, ladies and gents. We've had to do it again because we're trying to come out the break, and Sam wouldn't stop talking. So hello, Sam. Just wave to everybody to show you're still alive.
You can unmute yourself,
even if you wave just the middle finger like that. Yeah, Sam's still alive. Welcome back to part 2 of tonight's 22 dropouts, where we're joined by a completely and utterly mad crowd, and then we're joined by a consummate professional in Eugenio as well. Now, it is time for that time where we do the this or that questionnaire with Eugenio. So, Eugenio, this is very, very simple.
Unmute him.
Now, bearing in mind that Sam's got to do the countdown from 90 seconds, and he's got to go boo 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 boo. We're just going to ask Sam to unmute himself. There we go. Sam's unmuted himself. He's not on the TV screen at the moment, so that's okay. So, Eugenio, let's have the lights down, please. Why are you doing that when I talk about Eugenio, Sam? Mate,
No, it's me.
mate, grow up. Mate, grow up. Okay, I know you're not on the tally screen. I know you're not on the tally screen, but I can see you on the preview screen. So just grow up, mate. Sorry, this is serious shit now.
Stop.
Right. So Eugenio,
Such a wanker.
Sam, you stop talking about our guest like that, Sam. He's not a wanker. We don't know him that well yet.
No.
Now, Sam, can we have 90 seconds on the clock, please? Sam, are you ready with 90 seconds on the clock? Good lad. Okay, let's have quiet in the room now. So, Eugenio, I'm going to give you 2 answers, and I just want you to pick one instinctively. So, if I said red or blue, you would say
Blue.
blue. Okay, so you get the idea here. So, Sam, give us a countdown, and Eugenio, listen carefully. 2, 1. Eugenio, a sauna or an ice bath?
Sauna.
Fish or chips?
Fish.
Ketchup or brown sauce?
Ketchup.
Netflix or Amazon?
Amazon.
TikTok or Tinder?
TikTok. All the way.
Cardio or weights?
Cardio.
Xbox or PlayStation?
PlayStation.
Doing laundry or doing the dishes?
Dishes.
Flip-flops or sliders?
Sliders.
Oxfords or brogues?
Oxfords.
Yes.
He doesn't know what they are.
Ethan's gonna
Blondes or
kill you.
brunettes?
Blonde.
Boobs or bum?
Bum.
Pancakes or waffles?
Pancakes.
Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Ale or lager?
Lager.
Tea or coffee?
Coffee.
7s or 15s?
7s.
George Selwood or Carl Dixon?
George.
Metal whistle or plastic whistle?
Metal whistle.
Shirts, muscle fit or baggy?
Muscle fit.
That's bollocks. I've seen your photos. A steak bake or vegetable pasty?
Oh, one more time. I didn't hear the first one.
So last one. In fact, there's got to be 2 more. There's got to be 2 more. Thank you, Sam. So steak bake or vegetable pasty?
First one. Steak.
And would you rather referee in Moldova or Wales?
Wales.
Wrong answer. Wrong answer.
Yeah, quite probably the wrong answer.
Have you seen
No.
the weather in Wales? For fuck's sake.
Now,
You haven't seen the weather in Moldova, Jules.
Now, on the line from England, we've got Carl Dixon, just like we did last week and the week before. Carl, say hello to Eugenio, who doesn't like him. He's going, oh my God. In fact, 2 weeks ago we did that. So let's have a look at this. We've seen the photos of you aged 12 3/4. What was that? What was
He's
the book when we were kids?
Adrian Mole.
Adrian Mole, new nickname, Adrian Mole.
You know,
Refereeing age 12 and 3/4.
Eugeniu, next time you get the chance to do a level 2 and you invite me down to help you with it, I'm going to call you that at some point, just for those photos.
Damn right, damn right.
I might bring you a copy of the book.
Now, I'm with you, mate. I'm with you. Sauna over ice bath all the time. Fish over chips, yeah, we're with you there. Hands up, boys. Ketchup or brown sauce? Hands up for ketchup.
Ketchup. Ketchup
Hands
on
up
majority, but brown sauce only on bacon sandwiches.
Sorry, Mike, you're alluding to you're 4 against 1 here.
Assuming it's a bacon sandwich, then ketchup or brown sauce?
Oh, still ketchup.
Brown
Mike,
sauce.
we've got no brown sauce here, so it's.
Let's send some brown sauce to Moldova. Do we have to pay import duty these days with Brexit?
Nah.
No, they're not. Well, I don't know. They're not in the EU, so
That's okay. We'll just fucking send it anyway, and he can pay the bill. TikTok or Tinder?
And he put TikTok, so that means he spends most of his time in the bog looking at fucking TikTok videos.
I've seen some of those TikTok videos where the women go like that, and then they're naked. So yeah, that's as good as Tinder.
This is better
Don't
than
tell the wife, by the way. Mate, listen, we've looked at your photos. We can tell you don't do weights. We can tell you don't do the laundry as well. So doing dishes is fine. Is that because your mummy does your laundry for you still?
No, because he's got a dishwasher.
I don't have a dishwasher, and I have a washing machine. So,
what's her name?
What's the name? What's the dishwasher's name?
Bosch.
so you have a life partner called Bosch.
Yeah.
So
in America, you could probably get married to your dishwasher. You know.
Yeah, I know.
In Moldova, you could do exactly the same in Moldova that you do in Wales.
Get married to a sheep?
Yep.
Okay. Oxfords or Brogues? I'm quite impressed you knew what both were.
More Oxford's guy. So.
You know, Eugeniu, next time I run into Ethan, I'm going to take this clip and I'm going to play it back to him.
Eugenie,
because he's a massive Brogues fan.
No, all right. So, Eugenie, Oxford or Brogues are universities in England.
Yeah, Brogues is one of the top 3 universities in England. You've got Oxford, Cambridge, or Brogues.
Brogues. Which one is it?
Pete, you're annoying.
Yeah. So Eugenio likes blondes with bums. I think you need to be on Tinder and not TikTok these days, mate.
Are you sure?
Well, yeah, actually, I'm not sure. Pancake or waffle? Yeah, pancakes mainly because they've got a bing in the bong and whatever over there. Coke, not Pepsi, mate. It's a good job Phil isn't here tonight. And another one who likes lager. It's just wrong. Is that because you can't have proper beer over there?
I think so.
Yeah, I thought so. So if you came to England, would you drink proper beer? Like real ale at Pete's Pub?
He's been there before.
He'll try it. It probably tastes like vinegar.
I've been there, so usually I would do that there. So.
What, you've been to Pete's Pub before?
No. To England in general.
Yeah, but it's quite different at Pete's Pub. We've sampled his beer.
Yeah, they all have to drink left-handed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay!
Now,
not a problem. Not a problem.
I need you to make sure. Look, we all love sevens.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. In some case, we all have to drink right-handed. Yes.
No, we have to watch Sam drink left-handed because it's much more fun.
No, the other way around.
No,
although to be fair, he did get his own back. Last time somebody suggested that he drank left-handed was the bastard ordered 3 rounds on my bloody card, my account at the rugby club.
Aye. Well, you got paid back.
I did get paid back by you voluntarily, and for that, young sir, and for the wankers who I had to chase.
It was a good prank. It
was an incredibly good prank, and my face at the end of the night when they presented me with an £85 bill for your beer, my face must have been a fucking picture. And to be fair, I think that was fucking ace.
All I'm gonna say now, it's 85 quid for how many people?
3 guys.
Three
There's
people.
only 2 hours though. was only 2
Jesus,
hours.
it's like one night out for me here in Sweden.
It was only,
Yeah,
it was
that's
only
like
2 or
3
3 hours.
pints for you, though, isn't it?
Like
Far
one
away.
pint.
It was 2 or
Hey,
3 hours,
Julian.
wasn't it?
Julian,
hours?
every time you send me a Snapchat of you having beer, I just think 12 quid. 12
So, Eugenio, while we're on the
It's only
subject,
7 quid.
just how expensive, how cheap is the beer over there?
Well, a normal, like a pint would be about 50p.
Right,
So,
we're stopping this
We're all
now.
coming in.
Sorry,
We're all going to
we're ending the
Moldova.
show. We're ending the show early tonight because we're all heading to Eugenio's place for a
Yeah.
pint. Good night.
tell
It's
me
been a
about-
pleasure.
50p.
There is a tournament there, right? We can all come and referee there, right?
When is it, mate?
The tournament.
Any
Any
tournament.
of them. Any
Any
of them.
tournament.
Any
Any
tournament
tournament.
where you have 4 referees.
Normally we say we want free beer, but fuck it, we'll pay you that price.
In the fall, we're looking like usually about no. There's a good tournament running in October, November. So
When in October, because guys, and I hate to interrupt this, you've seen the announcement this week, haven't you, boys? Seen the announcement from Phil this week?
Yeah, New Zealand versus USA.
No,
in Vegas.
it was announced a little bit earlier than we would have liked. I think maybe because some people couldn't keep a secret, but it's not just that. There's a huge tournament going to go around it as well. Plenty of news to come out in the coming weeks and months. But the good news is we're going to go and do a live show and do a load of refereeing. Eugenio, do you fancy going to the States in Halloween?
He probably knows more people over there than we do.
yeah,
Yep.
That's okay. You're going to Atlanta. We're all going to fucking Vegas. Anyway, so why did you pick George Selwood over Carl Dixon?
well, because I met him in person, and
I've met him in person. He's a dickhead.
whereas we've worked with him and we love both of them.
I never met Carl in person, so I don't know what you know.
Carl was very good at playing the fives game. That's all I know.
Yeah, look, listen, we know you can't count to 5, so shut up. Metal Whistle, with you there all the way, buddy.
Mike, and getting back to George, I thought you asked, and getting back to the point of cardio versus weights, I thought he looks bigger than me, but actually his shirt is smaller on me. So
I remember, and George, we love you, mate. And if you're watching, which I know you probably don't, but I might just send you this as well. George, do you remember a few years ago we were down in Northamptonshire doing a tournament, and you took your top off and you went, look, it's that V shape. I think I look like Floyd Mayweather. And he stood there going, do you think I look like Floyd Mayweather? It's like, mate, no, seriously, you don't. But George, we still love you. And Carl, we love you because Carl's always on the show. Metal Whistle, we're with you on that one. And we've not seen you in the Muscle Fit shirt because all those ones on the photos were like adult shirts while you were still a child.
But we've got to realise they were muscle fit, but he was 12.
Oh, hold on. Dude, did you not do a thing not too long ago, probably about 10 months ago, where you put on every single rugby stuff that you had and you posted it live?
yeah, I did a challenge on how many jerseys I can put on me, like the max number of jerseys I can put on me.
So one over the other.
Yeah, I got to like 17, I think.
And have you still got the video for that?
Yeah, it's somewhere on Facebook. For sure.
That's great, because we're going to watch it right now.
Hey guys, hope you're staying safe at home.
I'm with you with the steak bake, veggies and pastry. It's just not a good thing. Sorry. In fact, if your name's Greta, definitely not. And the last question tonight: would you rather ref in Moldova or Wales?
I said Wales.
And on that bombshell, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll see you right after this. Are we ready? We're going to come out of the... No, we're not going to come out of the break. I need
Look, guys.
You have to come and say hello now.
It's Mel Part 2 coming in.
Guys.
Hello.
Blonde.
Hello.
Oh, don't go. Can you come back in? Come back in. Come back in.
Don't come back in.
No, don't come back. Don't come back.
Don't ask people to talk to you.
Jude.
Hello, everyone.
So, first of all, Eugenie,
What's your name?
whose hoodie is that?
Who's hoodie?
Oh, it's mine now.
And who did it belong to?
I guess to Eugeniu.
Sure, it wasn't to a much bigger man.
I love it. I love oversized clothes. I think it suits me very well.
Eugeniu, you need to change the contrast on your screen because your face seems to have gone really red.
So is she a flatmate?
Check your WhatsApp.
Is she a what?
Is she a
Is she
flatmate?
your gorgeous flatmate or your gorgeous girlfriend?
Do you want to answer this?
Pardon, I didn't hear.
What, friends with benefits?
Both.
Both.
Okay.
She's not going to be in part 3.
Yeah.
People
I think we'll end up in part 5 at this rate.
Do you know what punching means?
Well, we'll put it in layman terms. She's a 10, you're a 4.
Hey, Sam, you can't fucking talk.
I'm just more count that high.
So welcome back to part 3 of tonight's 22 Dropouts. Don't forget you can check us out on our social media channels. Just have a look up there and search for @22 Dropouts. Now, during the break, you might find this if you check out some of our outtakes. You'll find that Eugenio was bombed by... now, was it your girlfriend, your friend with benefits, or just your flatmate?
Or just the Germans?
She said the best of all worlds, but luckily my girlfriend.
I was going to say, what does the best of all worlds mean to you? But no, that's cool. We've seen tonight that you're 12 and a half years old. Your name is Adrian Mole. You've worn shirts that are way too big for you and far too old for you. But what we don't know is that in 2018, you were due to go to the Dubai Sevens again, weren't you?
Yeah.
Now, can you just tell us in front of Sam, Sam, why are you doing that with your forehead? So can you just tell us? Can you just tell us, please, what happened?
Well, I arrived at the...
Well,
not you. Eugenio's telling the story. Shut the fuck up.
You said Sam, you fucking tit.
I said in front of Sam.
You're an ass.
The short story.
You're muted.
The short story. The long story short is that I found out that Sam is going to be my roommate.
So what did you do? Tell us, what did you do when you found out Sam was going to be your roomie?
Well, I didn't board the plane. No, I'm just kidding.
mate, he's lived at my house, so I know what you mean. I do know what you mean. But there is a slightly different story, isn't there, mate?
Yeah, it is, and it's a sad and well, it's something to learn from. It was the fact that my passport was in order to enter UAE, you need to have a passport which is valid 6 months. Well, 6 months until it expires, and my passport, when I got to the airport, was valid for 5 months and 28 days. and
that's brutal. Brutal.
Mate, I really do feel sorry for you, and I guess that nobody in Moldova would help you.
I don't feel sorry for him, because guess who Sam texted whilst he was there with a number of profanities shooting on WhatsApp? Where the fuck is he? Type of things, but a little bit harsher.
Sam, hang on a minute, mate. Does that mean you had a fucking room to yourself in Dubai that year?
Yeah.
and Mike, he got an opportunity to referee as well. So it's
And Sam now knows this is why you offer to be the referee manager at so many tournaments, because you get to do all the room planning.
Sam, how was your night sleep in Dubai
then? Shit, he kept waking himself up snoring.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah.
I'll tell you what, though.
Eugenie, never getting on that plane saved you a fucking scare.
It did. What we should do, mate, what we should seriously do is next time, let Sam plan the rooms. Let Sam have you as his room.
Not a chance!
We'll swap. And Sam can have the fucking lightweight I had in my room.
I am not going on tour where Sam is planning the rooms, because I put him in a room with Pete.
Right, so there we go, boys. Ready for World Cup. Eugenio, are you coming with us on the World Cup?
Yeah.
Good lad. Have we got some spare tickets for him?
Eugenio, it'll be a little bit more than 50p a pint.
Just a tad more.
It's okay.
No, it won't, because I'm going to drive down and I'm going to stop at the beer and wine cellar in Calais, and I'm going to buy a fucking carload and drive it down to the villa.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, given where we are, why would I fly down and then we'd have to hire a car and stuff like that? I might as well just bloody drive. Now, anybody got any other stories about Eugenio before we actually talk a little bit about rugby for the last 10 minutes?
I can give you a nice story about him, but not a bad one.
Oh, go on. Do you know, it's about time we had a nice story about somebody who's on the show.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't get to go, so I was a bit disappointed. He did invite me down to Turkey at one point, and for some people put a lot of effort into rugby and Rugby Europe, and some of the people who put in more than others, and this young man is one of them. And he needed some help. I know, but he needed some help doing some courses. He'd been invited to Turkey to set up some level 1 courses there. And this is the one person I know who's managed to do 2 level 1 courses in 2 days, was it? On 2 different continents.
Yeah, but you do know Europe and Asia are next door to each other.
I know, but it was still a 2-hour flight between the two of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's like getting from North Wales to South Wales, mate.
In a car. Yeah.
Yeah. No, in the car, you've got to go 8 hours via England because that's the easiest way to go.
No.
So, now, Eugenio, we're going to ask you your most embarrassing moment as a referee.
And don't say your passport.
I would go back to my first time at Amsterdam Sevens when I came there, and I joined all the referees in the pre-tournament meeting, and I opened the door and everyone was staring at me. And, it was all the big guys, including, Big C, who unfortunately is not with us, and Big Willie, and, Hollywood from Australia and everyone. And at one point,
someone asked if I'm a volunteer who brought the water. And no, Sean Mallon introduced me as the referee for the tournament. So
now we've got the challenge.
Want to have done that?
Now we've got the challenge, mate, and you've got literally from when we say go, you've got 30 seconds.
Ooh.
Now Julian's good at this, and what we're going to do?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, you are. You're good at this. What we're going to do, because we know your kitchen is behind you, you're going to grab your phone. You're going to run with your phone so we can see you and what you're doing. It's a bit like Annika Rice, but we don't want to look at your bottom. Now, all the English people, all the British people know what I'm talking about. So you're going to run over to your spice rack or your cupboard, and you're going to show us your favourite herb or spice that you use in cooking.
This is the top quality of streaming rugby programs.
But
this is listen. The good, the bad, the rugby, the rugby part, the right flanker. Laptop, they've got nothing on us.
He's used his fucking laptop, you donkey.
Right. In that case, take your fucking laptop with you. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. 3, 2,
go.
1, go.
Black pepper.
Are you really seriously going with peppercorns?
No.
No, good lad.
You live in Moldova. I'm sure you have watched
something with the
grinder. No, that was it.
That was it.
Eugenie, you just said
I showed you what's my favorite. What's my favorite?
Well, he's a black pepper man. He's definitely. You could see him working in a restaurant with a massive pepper.
Because I use only salt and pepper, so.
Well, what a disappointment that was.
Eugenie, you just said that you're on Grinder.
Black pepper grinder, mate. Black pepper grinder.
That's gonna get cut. There's no black pepper in any of that grinder.
It's not getting cut, mate.
Sorry, do you get Grinder in Moldova?
Grinder?
Yeah.
Good face.
Do explain to him, mate. Do explain. You're live on telly, Pete.
Do you know what Tinder is?
Yep. Oh, there's a.
See, there he is.
No. There you go. Chicken.
Boom, the penny drops. Now, listen, because we've got sort of 5 minutes to go, there was quite a lot of rugby at the weekend, wasn't there?
Yeah.
I suppose we better talk about it. Jules, you got 36 seconds to talk about the women's. Women's
Six Nations. Scotland got absolutely trounced by Italy.
Yeah, 41.
Oh, really? I missed it. I was so busy this weekend.
Good game of rugby. The France game, Ireland, was expected to be close after Ireland turned over Wales, but the French absolutely steamrolled them. Massive score against them. The French were just unbelievable. Everything went right for them, and the Irish were they tried their best, but they just didn't. The French were just quality. Best women's game of the weekend, though, was Loughborough versus Saracens. Saracens steamed ahead. Loughborough came back. Saracens went ahead again. Loughborough came back at the end. Really tight game, really high scoring game. Absolutely fantastic. And for Harlequins, they won and made it into the playoffs at the women. And Tove Viksten, who's the Swedish captain, got to give her a mention. She got her 50th cap for Saracens this weekend.
Nice, cool. Nice. And do you know what? I'm going to have to watch some of that lot back because it sounds a lot better than what we saw.
And DMP beat Bristol, I think it was. They beat Bristol.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm quite impressed. Now, in other news,
Mike, just one thing. Julian, you just said about a high scoring game between women. Was there any actually tackling?
Yes, there was a lot of tackling.
All right, okay. Just to check. When there's high scoring games,
I'm really sorry, but the quality in the women's Prem these days is actually pretty fucking good.
It's not bad, actually, mate.
All you want. It's pretty good game rugby going on.
Let's put it this way, Pete. It was better than when you used to do it when it was just proper amateur and 7 against 10.
No, it was all good. It was all good.
Good. Now, JP Doyle, made redundant by the Rugby Football Union, went out working with Steve Lander on the Bermuda Tens, which is sort of like the World 10 series, but didn't quite go anywhere else other than the in Bermuda, and now he's taken up a role within the MLR. Fair play to him. Did he actually do a game this weekend?
He did. He had Orleans,
Toronto, Seattle.
Yeah,
he was out in Seattle. Yeah,
and that was entertaining.
Was it? Do tell, Jules.
Let's just say JP had to put a bit of work in.
Is that just because the quality of the players is a bit shit, or?
I think the players are they're used to talking back a little bit and giving their opinions a lot more and not being read the riot act, and JP basically put them all back in their box repeatedly.
This is one of the things.
Up a couple of fights. Well, it was like watching 80s rugby again. It was just
fights. What were they all grabbing each other's collars and shaking them?
There was a few thrown in there as well, I think. But I thought TMO with the MLR. So
this is the thing, isn't it? We've talked about this before. You can bring top class guys with 50, 60 caps for the country. Chris Robshaw, for example, you can bring them into the MLR. You can pay all of these people to come and play in the MLR. But unless you start doing what they've done with JP and bringing the same level of refereeing, you're always going to struggle, because you're paying for better players than you've got match officials. And you need those match officials to be able to be equal to or greater than the level of those players.
But I mean, a lot of the referees who referee in the MLR are very, very high.
They're top referees, mate.
Okay, genuine question then. Some of these guys, Chris and others who referee in the MLR, would you say, yeah, you could come over and referee the English Premiership week in, week out without any issue?
Absolutely, and they fucking should.
I agree with you. They damn well should. This is exactly what we should do, is move them around. I don't think, well, actually, I do think they'd find it easier in the Prem, because the players in the Prem are refereed in many respects within an inch of their life. Whereas, like you've just said, the guys over in the States are not used to it, and therefore they need to be brought to heel. So
I found that doing sevens in England years ago, that the higher level game I did at sevens in England was so much easier. It was quicker, but it was so much easier to referee than refereeing the lower level stuff you get in Sweden or Germany or some of the other countries.
Moldova.
They actually listen to you, and when you blow the whistle, they already know what's going to happen. They've already backed off.
Yeah, top quality players often do. And they'll try it on with you. They'll try it on, but they know.
And all you have to do is go no, and they know I've gone too far, and they back out.
And you don't even have to say which colour or which number. You just shout no, and they instinctively stop doing what they're doing.
Because they know they're doing something.
Because they know they're cheating, don't they? Anyway, listen, we've got a little bit of time left, and it is only a little bit of time, so we're going to rush through this. Wayne Barnes, man, obstruction? No arms tackle? Would you yellow or red card him?
I would definitely yellow card him for that. But
I think he dipped his shoulder as well. There was no head contact, so I can mitigate down.
I honestly think it should be a red card, especially after he'd done a briefing just before it. Referees obstructing play.
Wayne, this is why you do a podcast that's as shit as ours, rather than explaining the laws. Just have fun on your show, on your YouTube show. Don't go explaining the laws and then go and fuck them up yourself later. We love you, Wayne, but mate, you shouldn't have done that. You saw him coming, and I saw you drop your shoulder. You were waiting for that, and he came off. I know you stumbled a bit, but he came off worse. Now, did anybody see the Sale game over the weekend?
Yeah, I was just going to ask that. Did anybody watch Sardini's game?
There was a tackle by Rob Dupree in the first half. It was one of those we don't see very often, where the ball carrier was lifted, and it was one of those head-on things. He just happened to overbalance backwards when he hit. So Rob Dupree went quite low, which is great, which is what we wanted to see. But because the ball carrier leaned backwards at the same time, Rob Dupree picked him up. Legs went above the horizontal, but more than that, he actually went down and then dropped just before contact. And the ball carrier did land head first on the ground. Absolutely no question about it. It was a red card. It ticks all the boxes for a red card. You can't mitigate that down. He's gone beyond the horizontal. He's been pushed towards the ground, then let go, and he's hit the ground with his head first. It's a red card. And to be fair, you know, Rob Dupree, as soon as it happened, he jumped up, he held his hands up, and he went straight to the player on the floor. He knew what was coming, and as soon as it did, he went over to the player that he tackled and he apologised. And it is one of those things. He didn't intend to do it. I'm damn sure of that. It happened though, and he takes his medicine like everybody else. But the officials, I think, handled it in the right way. The process was followed, and everything else like that. I hate to say this, but Exeter did a bit of a number on Wasps at the weekend as well. Wasps winning 10-13 by half time, and then lost 43-13. Wasps, hello, start fucking tackling, will you, in the second half? Anyway, that's enough of that.
You might notice what team he supports.
I heard Hoggy had an outstanding game. Is that right?
Yeah, I wouldn't say he was outstanding. I'll be honest with you.
In the second half.
I thought he had a good game. I really did. And he worked bloody hard, and he chased hard. But that's no more than what we'd expect from Hoggy, to be fair.
Well, there's something about a really good try or something like that. People are saying about the pace it had for the try he scored or something like that.
Yeah, no, he really did. But you know, if you're up against a forward, you're going to look good. But yeah, no, he did work really hard, and I think he put in a good 80-minute shift without a shadow of a doubt. But then again, I think actually a lot of the guys from Exeter sort of stepped up. They took an early lead. Wasps came back at them and overtook them at half time, and then it was all one-sided in the second half. Quins, my God, 50 points against Worcester. Now, Worcester, hate to say this, Worcester, but you're fucking lucky that Saracens aren't with you this year, and so there's no relegation, because I read today, Worcester have not won a game in the Premiership since round 1. This weekend was round 16, so 50 points versus 26 between Quins and Worcester. I think Quins actually could get into the playoffs this year. The last time they were in the playoffs was 1873.
No relegation this year as well.
No, but there's still a playoff for the first, second, third, fourth.
Right. Yeah, I know.
So what you've done is ruin my... Listen, man, you've ruined my fucking joke. Stop it. So I'll try that again. Are you ready for this? The last time that Quins were in the playoffs was in 1873. Laugh now. Thank you. No, actually, the last time does feel like about 2001, but it was 2014, the last time they got into the playoffs. Manu Tuilagi is staying at Sale, which means he's just going to warm the bench for another year in the Northwest until he's fit. But Christ knows when we'll see him back on the pitch again. Falcons seem to be struggling again this weekend, I've got to say. The Bath game. Anybody see the Bath Tigers game?
Yeah.
Yes.
Second half.
Man, wasn't that the best game of the weekend? 21-20 with the last kick of the game.
It was,
The nail-biter.
It was just
last
exciting.
5-10 minutes. Nail-biter.
It was a stunning game, and do you know what? Of all the games that were on this weekend, it's the one I'd like to watch again.
Tell you what, I know you're saying about watching the Premiership game, but you should really try and tune into the Super Rugby in New Zealand. There's only 3 rounds left or something before the final, and there's some classic matches at the moment. Like, I mean, that Chiefs Crusaders match on Saturday morning was just fantastic.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm still in bed.
That was a 1-point game as well. That was a 1-point game as well.
The worst thing is
It was an
I
8
only got
o'clock
to
in the
watch
morning
the
kickoff
first
for you.
half. So
It's 8 in the morning for you.
No, for you. For me, it was 9.
Yeah, I'm
Well, I
still
watched-
in bed with my wife, mate.
I had an appointment in the gym, so I saw the first half, missed the second, went to a spinning class in the gym, came back, and then was gutted that I missed the bloody second half of the game. 'Cause-
I had an
brilliant.
appointment at the gym. Do you know what, mate? Looking at you, I thought you were just trying to fix their internet.
Yeah, you're seriously fucking gay.
There's loads I want to watch that I missed at the weekend. Now that we've actually got some running around the pitch to do, which is very nice. It's also a shock to the system after 13 months. But here's to everybody, no matter where we are, getting a run out in the not too distant future.
Yeah.
And here's to Eugenio, who is now cordially invited to join the Sevens referee team over in the UK in June to come and join us on the Super Series. So, mate, book your flights, you're coming.
Yeah, and do a proper level 1 course while you're over there as well, because Mike can't do shit with them.
That's because we don't do World Rugby crap.
Yeah.
And on that bombshell, it is time to say goodnight. Julian, Sam, and Pete, as usual, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on, and we've loved you guys. And Eugenio, really great to see your girlfriend. We're not so much about you.
Can I get her back?
I hope she's wearing clothes.
Eugenio, what's her name?
You have for the show once.
Hello.
Hello. We need to, because Eugenio is such a terrible host, we don't know your name.
My name is Anastasia.
Anastasia. Eugenio, I need you to do me a favour as we say goodnight to the viewers tonight. I need you just to sink very slowly. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Under the table. No, Anastasia, not you, just Eugenio. You stay there. Keep going, Eugenio. Keep going. Keep going. Good night. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Right,
and on that bombshell, it's time to say goodnight to Anastasia. We'll see you when you come over to England and leave him at home. You take care. Good night.
It's the first time.
Good. Take care.
It's the first time that Eugenio's ever gone down on you, Anastasia.
Oh my God!
Good night, everybody. We'll see you next week.